Hank Rothrock here, Stuart Academy. I'm going to talk about teacher versus student. A lot of you hear me talk about this a lot, and it's a lot easier to say it than do it. I would say really to teach it well, it took a couple months. I worked with Miss Crees, Miss Gregory, and Miss Hal on that, and they are definitely go-tos for this strategy. It'd be awesome if you guys went in and watched them teach, maybe during your planning period. I don't mind coming in and doing it as well in one of your class periods. I do have 12 teachers, so bear with me on that, but we can make that happen. So teacher versus student, easier said than done. What you do is it's basically like my first year, like I said, all I had was consequences. All I did was yell at kids. All I did was act like Hitler to kids. And that's not why I got into teaching. I didn't get into teaching to just like give ultimatums and not teach. And then when I finally do teach, kids hate me. That's not why I wanted to be a teacher. Maybe that's okay with you and that's fine. But for me, I wanted to be myself. Teacher versus student is not something that was like natural. I overheard that concept. Teacher versus student, when you got to correct the kids, you get a point. When they're doing the right thing, they get a point. So that's pretty much it. But the thing is like it's really nuanced. It's not. You can't just do that 4 times and expect the class to be good. I would have this, and if you look at Mrs. Howell's room, she'll have this like, it looks like 100 points on her board. So I think like the more you do it, especially when you first started, the first like 3-4 weeks, even 3 months, it's really getting the kids trained. And that's what we're doing. We got to get kids trained that they can sit down and they can listen. If they're always talking, how are they going to learn anything? So as much as I love group work and I love all that, the first step is teaching our kids how to listen to you. Because they got to listen to you for at least 2 minutes to 10 minutes if you're going to do like a little mini lesson or give them any kind of directions. There's a lot of kids that want to listen. It's at 5, as much as 10 in a room that can ruin it for everybody else. The majority of our population here wants to learn, is what you got to realize, and we got to point that out. And I've been building up the teacher versus student with all these videos. So this one's going to be a little bit longer, but like praise the behavior you want to see, the 5-to-1, positive to negative ratio. That's all things that you got to use in combination with teacher versus student. So I'm doing as much praise as I am redirection. So here's what's a little bit different. I'm doing redirection as well. Now here's the thing, and here's what we do as humans. We mainly focus on the redirection part. We just redirect all the time. We redirect, and kids never hear anything good. They think I'm awful, I suck, I'm terrible. I never get any praise. So we want to praise kids, just like adults. You go to meetings and, you know, the districts that came in, and everything they said was true, but they told us 10 negative comments, and they told us like 2 positive comments. And it's kind of tough, you know, so it's not that what you're saying is not true, but it's a little bit easier to take if you actually are thinking and you're seeing some of the good things that we are doing, because there's a lot of good that's happening in our classrooms. There's a lot of kids really trying and going for it. So as I'm doing a class, I'm saying, you know, I'll give, the first thing, like if they come in and sit down, I give an automatic 5 points. Sometimes I give 10 points. Like if it's a class I really want, that's a lot of points already. I'm like 10 points. And for every kid that's not sitting down, I take a point away. So if I got 4 kids up, I take 4 points away, you got 1 point. But you still got a point. You see where I twisted it? And you're still getting points. I'm still giving the 20 kids that are sitting down, I'm still praising them. I'm still giving them a point. Do you see what I just did there psychologically? That I didn't get any points yet. Now, when I got to redirect somebody, someone's calling out without raising their hand, that's not how we do it. We raise our hand if you want to talk to me, and I just keep going. Right? As soon as you raise your hand and get it, I give you a point for that because you just did something I wanted. You just started moving towards the behavior that I want to see in my room. So point out the ones that are doing good. So you have to give some points because some kids aren't seated or some kids are talking. Well, I got some talking still, so I'm gonna give myself a point. But look at this. I got so-and-so talking. I got Deshaun working silently. So I got some people doing the right thing. So I give some points for that. And that goes back and forth. So you could do like, okay, I'm going to give myself 4 points because I got 4 people talking. But the rest of the class is not talking. So I I'm going to give you all a point because I got to be fair. There's a lot of people in here not talking, so I'm going to give the class a point for that. So that is a lot to take in and to think about. I would recommend maybe watching this again, maybe talking with me, but it's not something I invented. I overheard it and then I kind of like ran with it. So I heard it maybe in a sentence and then I kind of like figured it out as I went. There's another component to this, and I'll do that in another video, and I might do those together, but I'm not sure. But think about teacher versus student. I also have some major consequences that really help support teacher versus student, and that's called the phone program. That's going to be the next video. But until then, Hank Rothrock for Stuart Academy. Engage, empower, educate. Thank you.